Hi everyone, so I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about Samsung. Not the phone in particular, not the watch, not the earbuds, not the tablet, but the whole ecosystem in general. As you can see, here I have put in all the Samsung products I own. I have the S24 Ultra, as you guys already know, I have made tons of video about this. I have the Galaxy Watch 6. This is the standard 40 Galaxy Watch. Then I have the Buds 2 Pro. Then I have the S9 tablet. This is the standard S9 AMOLED display tablet and the stylus. So yeah, this is my Samsung ecosystem. Yes, point to note, I also have Samsung television, but yeah, I could not bring the television on this table. So that completes my whole Samsung ecosystem. Now I don't have any Samsung Galaxy Book because frankly I don't need it because it runs on Microsoft Windows. I have other laptops which runs on Microsoft Windows, and actually the integration of Samsung ecosystem with Windows laptop or Microsoft laptops is actually quite good. So you don't need to actually buy a Galaxy Book to enjoy uh, the ecosystem. I mean, it will of course have some advantage like quick file transfer and all those things, but it's not a necessity. So how have I been using this Samsung ecosystem? Well, I use my S24 Ultra as my daily driver. So you all guys know that this is my primary go-to phone. I use it for all daily tasks, camera, social media browsing, web browsing. For everything, this is my go-to phone. I also use the iPhone as I mentioned in my last video, iPhone 15 Pro Max, but that is my work phone. Then the tablet S9. What do I use it for? Well, to be frank, when I bought this, I thought I will use it for productivity, watching contents, and since it has the stylus to write, notes, maybe pen my thoughts down. But ultimately, what has happened is that this is used to stream Anupama. Now, my subscribers in India will know what I'm talking about. My wife uses this to stream Anupama. Yeah, this is not what I expected. Anyways, apart from that sadness, I also have the Galaxy Watch 6. And this is actually quite a good watch. And earlier I used to have the Watch 4 Classic, and also had the Watch 4. This actually is a brighter display and actually is a better battery life compared to the Watch 4, and it is quite lightweight. So this can give you around 1.5 days of usage, because with the earlier Watch 4 I could not wear it and go to sleep because it cannot last me for 24 hours. I had to charge it in between. But this can actually go through the full 24 hours and still have some juice left. So I can charge it every morning. Then I have the Buds 2 Pro. I had the Buds Pro previously, which I used for like around 4 years. This I only had for a few months, but I can tell that this is much more comfortable to plug in the ear. Buds 2 Pro were hefty, bulky, and I always it started to pain my ears when I used them for long periods of time, but not this. This is actually much more comfortable, lightweight, and the sound quality is good. So this is my Samsung ecosystem. But I want to also mention that I have an alternative for these ecosystems because there are a few drawbacks which I will tell you about. So let me first start with the Buds 2 Pro. Now, if you only have Samsung devices, then this is actually a brilliant ear stick or the earbuds. But if you have multiple devices, as you know, I have the iPhone also. So this does not go well with the iPhone. It does not have multi-point connect. If you have Samsung devices only, then it can connect between your mobile, your tablet. If you have another Samsung phone, it can connect with that too also. But generally, that is not the case with many people. Most of the people do not have only Samsung devices. So that is where I face an issue about using this regularly. So instead, I use these JBL Beam ear stick. Now the advantage of this is that it has multi-point connect. So whether I get a call on my iPhone or on my S24 Ultra, I can just use this and it will automatically give me notifications or ring whether I am getting a call or notification on my S24 Ultra or my iPhone. And it actually has a very good bass. So the bass on this is amazing. I actually, I am not an audiophile, but after using this, I basically, when I use other earbuds, it feels lacking. I mean, yeah, I cannot comment about the quality. I think the quality is better on the Buds 2 Pro as a whole, and also the touch interactions. Those are better on Buds 2 Pro. But this, because of these extra bars and also the battery life. The battery life is amazing. It can easily last for like 12 hours continuously, and you can charge it up to 3 times with this case. As you can see, this is basically a much larger case than the Buds 2 Pro. So there are some advantages, but the mic quality is still, I think, good on Buds 2 Pro compared to this JBL. So JBL, whenever I am talking in a noisy environment, the other side of person will struggle to hear me, but not with this Buds 2 Pro. So it's about what matters most to you. For me, battery life and the multi-point connectivity matters more to me. So that's why I use this. When it comes to watch, as I mentioned, that this Galaxy Watch 6 has good battery life, but it is nothing compared to this. This is the Garmin Apex 2. So this, as I mentioned, can give you 1.5 days or maximum 2 days of battery life. This can give you 14 days of battery life. So there is no comparison at all. And as a fitness tracker, this my Garmin watch is basically miles ahead of this. Now, granted, I do not use most of the functions that are available on this watch. I can easily do with this Galaxy Watch 6, but the only advantage for which I am using my Garmin watch is basically the battery life. Basically, I had last charged it, I don't even remember when I charged it last, probably 1 week, 10 days ago. So this actually makes you more, self-sufficient. That is, you don't need to carry a charger for a mobile phone, for your watch along with you. Basically, even if I'm going on a long trip, maybe a 1 week trip, 10 days trip, I do not need to carry a charger. I can just charge my Garmin watch before leaving for the trip and it will last me for 2 weeks. So that is a very convenient thing. But yeah, again, it depends on your preference whether you want a smartphone, smartwatch, or you want more of a fitness tracker. Now, this is also a smartwatch, but as a smartwatch's functionality is limited compared to Galaxy Watch 6. Basically, you cannot take calls on this Garmin watch. It will give you notification, but you cannot talk or like take the calls on this. But on Samsung Galaxy Watch 6, you can do that. But yeah, when it comes to S24 Ultra, I don't think there is any alternative. I mean, I use the iPhone, but from time and again, I pick this phone up because this is probably the best phone out there. Yeah, it's in my personal opinion. Don't kill me. And the Tab S9. I bought it on a whim, as I mentioned, that this is now mostly used to stream serials on television, especially Anupama. I hate that. But yeah, if you are into productivity, into or watching content, scribbling down notes, writing journals, this is actually a very good device. I was thinking whether to go for the S9 Plus or the S9 Ultra, but thankfully I went with this because S9 Plus will offer you a bigger battery, bigger screen. S9 Ultra will offer you more functionality, even bigger screen. But for a normal user, I think you are okay with this. In fact, if you are okay with S9 FE also, or the previous generation, if you can find it cheaper, so basically the S8 series. So yeah, for tablet, another point I want to mention is that basically people say that how is iPad compared to an Android tablet, and generally the perception is that the Android tablets do not do that well against iPad. But my experience is different. I basically like using this S9 much more than my iPad. My iPad is dependable. I have the iPad Pro from 2018, basically the first iPad Pro when it was launched. So it is still going strong. The keyboard has given away. All the keys are broken and all those things. But the pad itself is brilliant. I mean, I can still depend on it. It does not stutter. It is very good. So basically, when this tablet is snatched for me for streaming Anupama, then I use that iPad to watch shows and Netflix and Prime videos. So, yep, that was my Samsung ecosystem. Now, if you have any particular questions about the ecosystem, you can ask me. I know the most common question will be how does it compare to Apple ecosystem? I would say it's very close because I can do all the things I can do with an Apple ecosystem on this, and probably even more because Samsung has other things also. So, as I mentioned, I also have the Samsung TV. I can just stream contents from this to the TV very easily. I can control my TV using my phone. And if you have other Samsung appliances, smart appliances, I mean, like refrigerator, washing machine, basically, you can connect all of those things with your phone. So, yeah, Samsung ecosystem is actually quite good. It's actually quite mature. But yeah, it depends on your personal preference whether you prefer the Apple ecosystem or the Samsung ecosystem. My personal preference will be Samsung ecosystem because it gels well with Windows. My only problem with the Apple ecosystem is that when I shoot any video on my iPhone, it is a pain to connect to my laptop using Windows to transfer the file. I mean, the companies have to do something about it. I don't know if they have released some software update to allowing just seamless transfer, just as I can just plug in my phone to my laptop and just copy from one folder to other. iPhone does not allow that, so it's a pain. So that's why I don't prefer shooting on an iPhone. Rather, this video I'm shooting on an Nothing Phone 2A because I know that I can easily connect it via wire to my laptop and then transfer this video for editing. So yeah, enough ranting about iOS versus Android or the Apple ecosystem or the Samsung ecosystem. So that's it, guys. I wanted to talk to you about this Samsung ecosystem. If you have any questions about this ecosystem or you are yourself a user of this ecosystem, please do let me know. What have you been your experience and whether you are using an Apple ecosystem and you want to comment that how Samsung ecosystem is not up to par with Apple. I will understand because Apple has been doing this much earlier than Samsung. So, yep, that's it, guys. Please do like and subscribe and see you in the next video.